Alabama football had a huge top 10 player on campus this weekend, and things might have gone a lot better than we expected. Stick around. We'll tell you all about it. This is Way Offsides. 3, 2, let's go. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever the case may be. Welcome to Way Offsides. We got to talk some recruiting. It is Father's Day weekend, so again, happy Father's Day. We said it in our last video, but we'll say it again today. Alabama had a huge visit on campus. A couple of them, Nick Abrams, four-star linebacker, who we will watch moving forward, and the one that everybody's talking about, five-star DB. Could play wide receiver, could play DB, could really do just about anything else you want him to. Brandon Arrington Jr. Now, pictures, reports are starting to come out from this visit, what happened, how good it went. And apparently it went a lot better than some people expected, which is not to say, we didn't expect Alabama to do great. I mean, it's Bama. They're one of the best recruiting schools in the country. But Arrington had a lot to say about the program in its current state and how he feels about Bama. Now, keep in mind, Arrington does have a visit to Texas A&M on the schedule. They're likely the favorite in this thing, but Bama has room for another cornerback, assuming that they want to take one. And Arrington fits the mold. Now, I'll tell you before it's over what I think about the situation, where I think it's going to land when it's all said and done. But let's talk about where they are right now. On3 just kind of broke this down. They broke out an article discussing the Mount Miguel five-star cornerback out of Spring Valley, California. This is what he had to say about his visit. He said, Alabama's one of my top schools because I believe I can get developed there and can have a big role in the defense early. Alabama's shown that. They showed that last year. They had so many freshmen playing in that secondary. You're going to have a lot of underclassmen, young guys playing in the secondary this year. He also said, after this visit, I would say Alabama is one of the schools that is going to be very hard not to pick. I added the word very. He didn't say the word very. I added it. But if you'll pay attention to his recruiting photos, not great here, but you can kind of see some of it there in the background. Alabama incorporated Xavier Brown, Damani Jackson, Dijon Lee, Chuck McDonald to try to, seal the deal here, or to at least gain some ground on some of the other schools like Oregon and Texas A&M, who are considered to be the leaders here. Kane Womack was very involved. Of course, Kalen DeBoer himself was very involved. Maurice Lindquist was very, very involved. And I mean, they definitely had an impact on the kid. He said, my biggest highlights were talking to Coach DeBoer and talking with the defensive coordinator about the plan of my career, which I think is really cool that these schools do that. They talk about how they're going to use this kid specifically, not just their scheme. He also said, I like what he believes I can do, talking about Coach DeBoer, having one-on-one time with Coach Mo. Coach Mo's a great recruiter, was great too. I spent the most time with the whole defensive coaching staff, and it was great. The overall visit was amazing. And it felt great to get back on campus. Now, Arrington has visited Alabama a couple of times. He's no stranger to the Tide. For those of you who follow him on social media, he was posting all over the place. Had that one video of him standing in an empty Bryant-Denny Stadium. He's been there 3 times. He's visited USC 4, Oregon 3. He has not taken an official visit to Texas A&M, but he will do that on the weekend of the 20th. Now, word on the street, and this is just a rumor, is that they're going to have to pay. So whoever wants this kid, he's going to come with a price tag, and they're going to have to shell out some dough for him. Alabama would have to have a pretty hefty check on hand for him. So take what's being said with a grain of salt. We tell you guys this all the time. It's very easy for these kids to get excited after an official visit. It's also not like they're going to say something terrible about the school. It's not like they're going to say, oh, I hated it. Alabama sucks. I'm definitely not going there. Now, Arrington did talk about the fact that he could play early. And for a guy like him who is really plug and play, he's ready for the D1 level. That is an important thing for him. He's, playing time and being seen on that national stage. Alabama's got some big games this year with LSU, Georgia, going to South Carolina. They're bringing Wisconsin into Tuscaloosa. They start the season off at FSU. The stages don't get much bigger than that. And so if he's looking for that kind of exposure, he's going to get it. And I'll tell you this, just based off of watching him over his visit, exposure is certainly what he's looking for. Brandon did not miss out on the opportunity to promote his social media accounts over the weekend with Alabama fans, to get Alabama fans to follow his socials. Yesterday on his visit, his story on Instagram was constant, like, hey, follow my this, follow that, follow this, follow this. And so he's a self-promoter, which is fine. That's he deserved the right to be the guy's the number one player in the country. But what bigger stage to do self-promotion than at Alabama? So we'll see. I think Bama could potentially be in the mix here. I think they'll make the final four of this list for Arrington. But I do believe that it will likely, especially with the Texas A&M visit date, I do believe that it will likely be A&M. Now, the fact that Bama was able to squeeze this one in with him closer to his commitment date, he will commit on July 5th, I think. That's a big deal. But again, Texas A&M is an NIL primary school. Arrington is definitely, NIL is definitely a big part of his recruitment. So we'll see how it goes. Tell me what you think. Tell me how you're feeling about it. Tell me, does Bama need a guy like Arrington? Is Arrington the kind of guy that could come in and because he is so self-promoting, is that good for a locker room? I think he seems like a great kid. I don't have much of an issue with him. I think it's smart that he's using his platform through recruiting to build his own brand. I think that's fantastic, and it's savvy, to be honest with you. So can't fault him for that. But I would like to hear what you have to think. And while you're over there leaving a comment and a reaction, be sure you're subscribed, share on social media. Want to try to get our Facebook groups. We do have a Way Offsides Facebook group. It's a little dead. We don't do much in there, but we're going to try to beef that up as the season starts. So please go over there, consider becoming a member of the Facebook group. No posting about 8.5-foot giants who are made from computers. Please. Thank you all for hanging out with us. You are the best. We absolutely love and adore each and every one of you. And as always, say your prayers, read your Bibles, wash your hands, horns down. Beat Auburn and LSU and Tennessee too. Roll Tide.